What's good, man?
Yo, I'm happy to do this. We got M. EMS crew, New England, Boston. Yo, I'm fucking really excited about this, man. It's been a while, and so first of all, thank you for joining us, man. Really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man. You know, I'm excited too. Always. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
yeah. So it was funny. I was thinking about it. It's been like 4 years now. Like, so I actually went through my emails and went through my fucking well, real quick, I forgot. Sorry, I'm a little bent. Before we get started, a couple ground rules. If you got questions for M. Use the questions feature right below. There's a question mark there. That way I can pull it up and we can see it. Yeah, we can see it. And don't put it in the caption or comments because we're just gonna keep scrolling there. The other thing is, if you get all crazy in here, man, fucking, we got people looking at the show, making sure that people don't get crazy. Fucking send your ass home because that's not. Being in here, it's kind of distracting as it is, but it's fun to have other people in here. But if it gets all wild, block, see it. So that's it. But yeah, so we go back, man, and I was gonna say that you're my second interview. I interviewed Hellraiser like 6 weeks before I interviewed you, and this was in July of 2017. I'm like, that's crazy now. Bro. It's like we're heading up on fucking summer 2021.
It's really dope because it shows how far we go back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. You show me love from the jump, and I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my man Justin Perry who just came in. I haven't talked to him in forever. I haven't done an Insta Live probably maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, if that. I don't even know if I've even maybe for an interview and stuff. So this is really dope for me too. So hopefully some of my people come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your whole team been pushing the interview and showing love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to your crew, EMS, and everybody.
Your crew too, man. Is the best thing about my crew is they're like my friends, genuine good people first. You know, it's not like people that are doing it for clout or, you know, because they're on the payroll. They like want to see us, you know, do well, succeed.
That's your people. Big up to my man Revelation, man. That's the man. He actually linked us up, and I linked up with him first before anybody's really good dude, man. So salute to him. That's family right there.
Most selfless human I know on earth. I'm not kidding, you know? Like he's the one who's like, yo, you gotta get down with dude, you know, his stuff. He's a respected cat, shit's gonna take off. He told me this like 3-4 years ago. You know what I mean? So he's the one that was like, you know, he got me on DX before DX was really popping. He got me on DJ Booth before DJ Booth was popping. Two Dope Boys. Like I'm saying, like he knew DJ Booth before they were like a real blog. They were like a .org or something. You know what I'm saying? Like They weren't like they were. And yeah, it's because of Rev, man. Rev is he's a background dude, but he's a dope MC and a dope like artist and person in general. You know what I'm saying? But he's not that type of person that he pushes his own shit like that, which he should. You know?
Yeah, he's good MC. He's a dope dude, man. That's a good brother. We love him here, man. That's family right there. And so then you and I then we linked up in New York at the Rock the House shit. Remember that?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the end of the year shit. End of the shit. Big up Doc Ock, you know what I'm saying? Rock the House crew, everybody, DJ Toshi.
Great people too, man.
Right. So what leads me to this, man. A lot of rap cats are fucking assholes. And we were talking about this earlier. Let's just keep it a buck, man. A lot of these rap dudes fucking really be reading their press clippings and shit and really just got some fucking arrogant, salty ass, corny attitudes. And so what I appreciate about you, and I was thinking about it, like so the first interview we did, right? It was on the phone. I used a free conference, some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was some free conference call. I slapped some pictures on it. It was like I didn't know what the fuck was going on, man. It was the first time. It was funny because the page before, like, it was the first time I started to like embrace, okay, I'm gonna start interviewing cats or whatever, and like try to do some shit. You know, before I was kind of rejected, and I'm like, all right. And your album was popping off at the time, and I remember, you showed mad love, man. And you were like, you treated me with the utmost respect. It wasn't like, who the fuck is this cat? Like, you know what I mean? And your album was really bubbling, everything. You were making a lot of noise, but you treated me with like the utmost respect when it was just like me on the page and just fucking around and shit like that. So I really appreciate that, man. For real.
It means a lot. You saying it like I can't stress it enough. It's easy for me to say it. It sounds cliche, but it's like, if you got to look at everything, man. You treat people right, the right way. I have 1,000 stories where I did that at a bottom level or an introductory, rudimentary level, where then when they, started to excel and stuff, they remembered that. Most don't. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it makes me feel good though, knowing that like I, was always myself, whether I was, whatever level I was at, I still was me, and that's the truth. And anybody who messes with me knows that. You know what I mean? Because I'm happy to have you messing with my music. I'm happy to have anybody messing with my music.
Right.
That's some real shit. And these rappers are lying when they say, "Yo, they're the man." Listen, I know, dog. I've toured overseas all these times. You know what I mean? I get accolades, awards. That don't mean that you're making thousands and thousands of dollars every day. And you have to hustle and do it the right way with integrity if you want to even get to a point where you can even make that money. And you have to have consistency and treat people right. And you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, so, you already know what I'm getting to. Just, you got to treat everybody the same way, or at least with respect. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. I mean, yeah, at least with respect first. And it was like cool because it was like, yeah, that's one thing I remember. You were genuinely happy that I was like rocking with the album and shit like that. And it was like, it was funny because you were like thanking me and shit. And so I just appreciate that, man, because, as I said, I run into a lot of artists that like fucking are just cocksuckers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, that month when you did the interview, I interviewed with Primo on his station. I interviewed with Tony Touch on his station. Like, they invited me, Eclipse. And, each one of them, your interview, like, it was all around that same wave. And it don't matter, man, because your shit now, I see that you have a lot of traffic and people tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just people fake the funk because they, like you said, man, they stop believing something. All you have to do, like I talked about earlier, is be on time, be consistent, put out good music, and the shit will work out eventually, being consistent, But like that burning the bridge shit, that's for the birds, man.
Facts, yo. It really is, man, because you can get so much farther with strength in numbers and by doing right by people. So it is what it is. But I definitely wanted to point that out, man, because I see a lot, I mean, I deal with a lot of cats, and it's like, a lot of legends and heroes and shit. And it's like, man,
I've been to Europe and I've seen dudes like who are supposed to be legends not able to get on stage because they're fucking passed out and belligerent, not knowing their words on stage. The promoter being like, "No, we can't have you tonight." Like, they're not even gonna pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so I've seen the inside, of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, but shout out to my dudes, the West Coast Creations, because I'm rocking their shirt. I told them to tune in California. Those dudes doing amazing stuff. They did an EP with Redman, my dude's West Coast Creations, you know what I mean? My homie Jay Cruz. This is dope for me. So I'm seeing them pop up, you know what I mean? I gotta shout them out.
We're big up. So my man asked me, he said, "Yo, I was being interviewed a couple of weeks ago, and he said, what do I like to see in an interview? Like, what if I were a fan or guest, I mean, like, what would I like to see?" And for me, it's always like history and stories and stuff like that, and origin shit. Because, and I said the biggest thing for me is I like to know what made cats go, "Yeah, I'm gonna rap. Like, I'm gonna fucking rap and do this as my shit. This is my shit. I'm gonna do this." So for you, what was that turning point, whatever, for you?
I actually saw your interview with I mean, not actually, I've seen several of them, but the Planet Asia one hit home when he was like, "Yo, there's another rapper." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, when I'm gonna sound old, I'm gonna really sound old. I was in high school and I was the only rapper, but I wasn't like, popping. I just meant like nobody else I knew was writing lyrics and rapping. This is like my sophomore year of high school.
Word.
You know what I mean? So I thought of it more as like slam poetry, just writing. You know what I mean? I never thought. I obviously had ambition, but yeah, man. My mom used to play all old school funk records and stuff. That the genesis of that comes from, the genesis of hip hop comes from all those old vinyls and stuff. So I always liked writing, but like when I started doing it, not everybody was doing it. It wasn't like a cool thing to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. I just meant it wasn't the thing. Like, you know, now I know over the last 10, 15 years, it's like there isn't anybody that isn't a rapper. Even if they freestyle at a keg party, something, they rapped. You know what I mean? Like, so there was like a period of time where I didn't even tell people, you know, initially. I would just, you know, if they knew me or they knew the music, then cool. But yeah, when I was in high school, probably freshman year, sophomore year, I started writing, recording on 2 tracks, tape decks, you know what I'm saying? And then once they started paying me to go to colleges and perform, I started taking it more serious.
What was the sound for you, though? I mean, what was that? What was like the major attractions sonically, like for your ear that was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I gotta do this shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of the sound bomb and stuff was like crazy to me because it just felt like so right there. You know what I mean? Like I know they were recording or they were having the shows in New York, the Shadow. Yeah, that whole movement, the Lyricist Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole movement. Like I really felt that, and I felt they were like regular dudes too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the words, the Ari, the Rugged Mans, the punchlines, like just dudes I saw the most depths. They just felt like, you know, like cats who could just like, you know, it felt relatable to me. You know what I mean? Like obviously the greats are the easy ones. You know, the Redmans. You know, I'm trying to think, man. There's too many, but like just cats who felt like regular people just spitting dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't click with all that movie star rap shit. That didn't, and that's not, again, that's not like, I'm not just saying it. Like I didn't vibe with that. You know, I didn't have millions of dollars. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying, like strip clubs of bitches and shit and like Beamers and stuff. I didn't click with all that. I clicked with like lyricism and like dope music. You know what I mean? Like, so dope beats. But yeah, like right around then, that whole wave, you know.
Take us to Boston, man. I mean, like, cause I'm from Hartford originally, so I've been up in Boston a lot, Cambridge, and partied up there, whatever. I got a love-hate relationship with the city. It's like I get shown love by certain people, and then I get shown hate by certain people. It's fucking ill. But take us to Boston as far as like the Boston scene, like just you growing up there, like local influences. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Crumb Snatcher, that's my big brother. He was, I mean, you gotta understand, like Crumb was like, you know, the dude. He was on, you know, he was on the Training Day soundtrack. He, you know, he was on Moment of Truth. So like, I remember listening to him on Pete Rock's album. Like that was a big deal for me, hearing a Boston dude on, you know, I know he's from Lawrence, but like hearing somebody locally, you know, Big Shug, shout outs to Big Shug, Gangstar, you know what I mean? Like I listened to Gangstar religiously, and I couldn't believe it that people thought, you know, Guru was from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like he you know, he's rooted in Dorchester. His father was a judge. Like he was out here first, and they moved to New York. You know what I'm saying? That's when he met Preem and stuff. So like when I go to Europe and stuff, people think that he's from New York. You know what I mean? Like so. But Guru, man, Guru was like, I mean, that was like a prophet. I used to listen to him on this channel. Access, or I forget the name of it, but they whatever, they had this channel that I would see his videos and stuff, like, you know, my steez, and I was like, this is wild to me, you know what I mean? This is way better than anything you're hearing on the radio. He's the reason that we're able to go overseas, or that whole movement again, where like good music was still there during that whole shiny suit era. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the truth. So like they started the jazz players in the 70s, like the 50s and 60s, they would start going to Europe and cultivate an audience, you know? So that's the same thing I thought of with Gangstar. But yeah, Crumb Snatcher, Guru, Big Shug, you know what I mean? And then for them to like Crumb Snatcher to like show me love and put me on records, that was like crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? So like that's like one of my best friends in the world. You were playing the Nomads track. And man, I love that dude, man. He did so much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the very few people that really looked out for me from Jump Street. You know what I mean? Didn't care. You know what I mean? Fucked with me no matter what, dog. You know, like he knew. The real dudes know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not faking. I'm not saying I sell fucking crack. Like he fucked with me just off of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So
right, no bullshit.
You know? Yeah, because I'm not in a lane. I'm not on that nerd spaceship moon bullshit, and I'm not on that everything hood shit. I can do both. I can go over there and do those records. I've had my shit when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I've had my I'm trying to make like grown man music and like, you know, prospering and like, you know, like getting better in life, not like talking about, you know what I mean? I want to make stuff that's expansive, stuff that can be more than just one genre, you know?
Well,
so,
thank
but
you.
that they, you know, but they can't box me in. I'm not just gonna, you know what I mean? Like they can't, you know what I mean? That's why you can't really. But yeah, so 7L was really 7L. He was really dope too, man. Esoteric. Those dudes. I mean, Czarface is like another level, dog. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And Inspector Deck is on another level too.
Oh, of course. I just meant Boston cats.
No, I know.
You
I'm just saying, like, yeah. I'm just when you brought up Czarface, I was just immediately thought of Deck as well. But yeah,
those dudes move units. They own. Sorry to interrupt you. They move like MF Doom. Them. There's only a couple that like sell records. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the underground, that's very dog. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Griselda shit. You know what I mean? I'm pausing. Is that?
Yeah, you're frozen a little bit.
I don't know why. I thought I had good.
You were okay. You're back?
Yo, can you see me?
All right, you're back. Yeah.
My bad. I
can't. How we doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My bad. Yeah. I can see you. I mean, I can't see you. It's a little
sketchy now.
Is it bad?
It was clean before.
Yeah, rock my too. My bad, man. I don't know. I can't see you. I haven't done nothing. So the kids is like went. Do we have to reset? Do we have to reset? I don't want to reset.
Now I can hear you. Try to talk. Maybe sometimes signals go in and out. I'll try to talk.
Yo, I can see my video fine. I just can't see you.
You can't see me now?
No, I can't see you, but I can see me fine. Like I'm fine. I can hear my voice and stuff.
Oh shit! Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I can see you and hear you, so I don't. I mean,
we can keep going. I can't see you.
That sucks.
I can hear my man Jay just wrote "Think You're Good." You know, I can see that. I can hear my voice. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep it moving.
All right, let's go. Whatever.
Yeah. So what about you? Fuck with NOG?
Of course, man. You know, we got mad records together. Shout outs to Edo. You know.
Oh, you did a joint with him?
Man, we got like I don't know, maybe 7-8 records together. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Edo. Yeah, he was on Running PC. Salute the DJs. Me, Edo G in Singapore Kane. Shout out to Singapore. We did the song Patriots with me and Big Shug. Me, Big Shug, and Edo G.
I heard that one. I remember that. I heard that one. I heard. Word.
And
then
yeah, this like we did another record. Me, him, and Undo. My man Undo from EMS. We did. I
met him in New York with you.
Oh, word. Okay.
We took the flick together. It was me, you, and him.
Send me that, dog.
I think it's on a hard drive somewhere. I gotta find it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've known Ed forever, but I haven't talked to him really since COVID, man. I gotta hit him up. You know.
Word. Yo, so rap heroes for M. Dot. So I'll say this off the rip. As far as like what I hear, I mean, I'm not like I'm saying in terms of influence or whatever. What I hear when I hear you rhyme, like I hear Pun, rest in peace. I hear Pun. I hear R.A., the Rugged Man. I hear and to be honest with you, G Rap is the originator of both of them. So I hear a little G Rap in terms of flow wise. So who are the rap heroes for you as far as like who you look to as far as like supreme bar cats?
Pun, you could tell right away. Like that's like, I gotta stop like that fast stuff. I love doing that. Pun is like, and you're right. It came from G Rap. Yeah, man, Pun's like far and beyond, for me, like just MC wise. I love Tupac. I can't make music. I want to make music like that, where it's from your heart and your soul, every song. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
you know, but like I'm always like thinking about flow and syllables and all that stuff. Like I really respect that he was just rapping, you know, like, and he wasn't doing one word rhymes, which people really often overlook that they think he was, like, you know what I'm saying? But I just like, he was like, I think he's the most iconic MC, you know what I'm saying? That's just a personal, like, when I was a kid, like everything, I wanted to see everything he was doing, you know what I'm saying? So, he was like
But
lightning, dog.
That's interesting because you didn't pattern your flow or anything after him. You didn't really
No,
you didn't take that aspect. Salute to everybody joining
no,
the show. Big up Mike Powers. But
yeah.
yeah, that's the interesting part. Like, you fuck with Tupac super heavy, but
Yeah.
you didn't take the rap part.
No, no way. Like I didn't even, you know, I was enamored by like his passion, like his drive, his work ethic, and that's what I kind of, this is the most poignant thing I can say, is like that's the thing that connected with me the most, is like that he was like he felt like he didn't have enough time, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way I feel like we should live, you know, like, and that's it, man. Like, you know, being as uber productive as humanly possible, you know, like, you know, pump out stuff. If, you know, fuck it, they don't believe you. The one thing I didn't fuck with him on is, not that I didn't fuck with him on, I respect it, but like I don't have the luxury to burn the bridges, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have all that. Like I can't do that, you know what I mean? Like I have to in some way, you know, keep it kosher, you know what I mean? Like we're not gonna get walked on. I just meant like I wouldn't want to live like that, where like everywhere I went I would feel paranoia or feel, you know what I'm saying, like heaviness, you know what I mean? I bet he felt that, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
That's
you know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't want to put that on my kids. Plus I live a regular life too. I'm not rapping every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I have, and I was, and sometimes I am, but that doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? That's some ill shit too, like that, you know. But pun, but yo, pun, I only love his first album. I don't love the second album. I don't think it's like particularly great. You feel me on that? Like I'm not like a fan of, and I think everyone agrees the first one is like, you know, a 9 or a 10. The second one is like a, I don't know.
It was different. Yo, let's keep it a buck, man. Big up Breeze Brewing. Let's keep it a buck. Pun shit got commercial a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. And
well, you see, yeah.
I mean, it was going. It was going in that direction. Like it was. I think it was.
Not just he seemed more lackadaisical with his bars. You know what I mean? That's all. You know, like, and that's not bad. But like he was at a different place in his life too. You know.
Yeah, the second album was definitely different. I mean, it was definitely. Who else you got lyrically up there? Like
Elzai is like
woo.
Elzai, and that's my man. Elzai shows me love. He's a good dude, man. We have a song together. We might have, you know, who knows? We might have more in the future.
The fucking the Reaganomics joint. I think I got that on deck.
Elzai is just, man. I mean, he's the best. I mean, as far as like, but see, like I get too caught up in that where I'm like stack syllables and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, meaning I do, like I'm always thinking of that when I just want to sometimes just create music and not, you know, overthink it. You know, Redman, forget about it, man. Like it's not even, you know, but like, dude, you know, early Eminem. I mean, dude, I haven't liked Eminem stuff of the last like probably 10 years. Not to say it isn't dope. I just meant it just doesn't, the voice sonically, you know. But his early stuff was really dope, man. He was like, because you know what? His influence was Master Ace. And I mess with Master Ace a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, since the Juice Crew, you know? Like, I mean, but, yeah, big pun for sure. You know, he's probably number one.
No, I definitely hear the pun influence. It was I hear the rat-a-tat-tat in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know,
and I'm trying to, like, kill everything, Doug. Everything. I'm not like a feature for everything. I'm not like ever mailing it in, Doug. Ever. And I know you hear it because I always feel overlooked. So it's like if someone catches me, they're not going to hear me kind of bullshitting. Like everything is going to be like, I'm taking time. I'm spending 2 hours recording that. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm like really taking time recording it. You know what I mean? I'm not just
Jules. You can't see me right now, right?
No, man. So
That
Sorry about
sucks.
that. I don't know. I can see me. I can hear me. I can hear you.
You want to go out and come back? You want to go out and come
Let's
right
do,
back in?
let's do it. Let's do it. Just to be, because
So,
it looks like
so,
it's just spinning. Yeah.
so
We'll
you
come right
just
back.
leave and come right
All
back.
All right.
It won't kill the show. We gotta end that. Put some music on. What up?
Battery 50%.
What is John? I'll play that Nomad's joint until he comes back. Listen.
I write music to stand the test of time. You're less inclined to flesh your mind. Pen, here's my flesh and rhyme. I'm underground deep like the ocean's crevice. Till my soul is open weather. Stick with me like loose open feathers. Promise always kick top product. Hypnotic, notice piss lips on it. Chicks lips slick on it. Ain't concerned with the yippee yapping. Lips are flapping. Ripper rappers. The blood dripping. Gagging on the kitchen napkin. It can happen. Don't seen it before. Fans are fiending for more. Only to find the meaning of war. I breathe with the Lord. Eat with the Pope. I read from a scrolls. People are broke. I'm keeping the hope. They say you weak as you soul. People my phone. No equal I know. Paint your rap. You still sleep on me though.
Sleep on me though.
Too much spit poems. Kids crying and gone. Too much this home. Austin, that's the place that we call our home. Austin, but the days, man, we on the road. Crossing through the states and we all alone. We nomads.
We nomads. We nomads.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right, we good now. We good now. Shout out to my man Desco. I see him in there. We performed that in Estonia. They were wilding out, man. You know, shout out to Desco, man. He knows.
Talk to
me
about Europe, man.
You know,
talk to me about Europe, because I know that's like the bread and butter. I mean, everybody.
For me, yeah.
Every artist, that gets busy in Europe has told me like, yo, Elder Sensei, he was like, yo, I go to shows and cats got all of my shit ready to sign. Everything I've ever done, shit that I forgot I did. You know what I'm saying? You said. So,
keep going.
Talk to me about Europe.
Hold on, let me find this. Yeah, Europe for me is dope, man. That's where, you know what I'm saying? That's where you know what I mean? Let me find this. I gotta shout out L real quick. I know I got this in here somewhere. Hold on 1 second. This is like all the records I've been on. I save a lot of these records, obviously. But I have it is right there. Elder Sensei's record. Can you see that?
Yeah, no doubt. We say it. Big up Elder Sensei, Dirty Jerry's. That's my man. Salute. That's family right there.
Yeah, he featured me on that vinyl.
Word.
It's right on the front too.
Yep.
M. Dot Shabir Sadiq.
Word.
Yeah, man, L's the man, dog. I met him in Belgium like 10 years ago, dog. 2012. That dude show. Actually, you know what? We did a show at Western Front. I don't even know if that place still exists in Boston. This was I don't even know. Man, 15, 16 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So
he's a good dude.
Yeah, man. Europe. He's a good dude, man. Europe. And like I said, man, he showed me love, putting me on his project. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I'm always grateful for that. You know, like any cat who messes with me, like I said with you. But Europe. Listen. Everybody thinks it's the promised land, right? Everyone thinks that. We've done shows that are sold out. And we've done shows that are like 15, 20 people. It doesn't always work like that. I've seen, like I told you, legends that go out there. And by legends, I mean like dudes who had like a buzz in the 90s, who never really popped off. You know what I'm saying? Who go out there, they fuck their shit up and they don't have an audience out there. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not just about going there and it's like, they have their own audience.
Right.
You know, Germany has their own, not their audience. They have their own artists. Germany has, in France, a number 2 and 3 in the world in their music, in rap genre. So when we go to Germany, they have their own dude who's charting in German. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what happened was, since, you know, this is actually like precluding what you were saying, is we played the Nomad shit with Crumb Snatcher. Crumb Snatcher and me had a show in 2009 in Switzerland. I only got on that show because I hit up my man Karimbo, and I was a kid, dog. And I'm like, yo, I want to rock out on that show. I'm friends with Crumb. And meanwhile, like, me and Chrome were cool, but like we didn't have like a ton of music. We had one song together. I sent him the record. He talked to the promoter. He got me as the opener. They got me a ticket. And when Crumb couldn't go the day of the show, I said to the DJ, we're still going. Crumb called me. He said, I can't go. My passport's not cleared. He said, yo, you go. Brother, I went. This is 2009. This is 2009, before a lot of cats were going. And I went. They flew me. Man, they were like, this is when it was like another level. They were buying everything off of me. My shirt, my hat, my Timberlands, anything I was wearing they wanted. Just even not as me, just as like a rapper from the States. You know what I'm saying? So after we killed the show, I met Freestyle from the Arsonist. Remember the Arsonist? You know what I'm saying? And like, we did well. And the promoter and me became friends. He connected me to more people. And I've been going there now 11 times. They've flown me since 2009. You know what I'm saying? And I had 3 tours last year. 3 tours. I was in Germany when COVID hit. 3 tours that got shut down because of COVID. But we made the best of it. Instead of bitching and whining, I came home and like spent extra time with the kids, started producing, doing other stuff, you know? But that's my point, is like Europe isn't just like, you got it. Like, cats beg me, hit me up. I don't even want to put them on blast. Like, yo, how do I get to Europe and shit? And they're bigger than me. It's because they haven't built relationships there where, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So,
and what I've heard is that the fans are loyal. And yes, of course, I definitely, I don't want to imply that it's like you just go there and everything's just lovely.
Not you. Just every rapper says that. No, you know what I mean? But go ahead. Yeah.
But the fans there, they want the real shit. And if you're nice and if they fuck with you, they basically, the point is, if they fuck with you, they really fuck with you there. And that's
for sure.
And that's what I've heard from a lot of artists, that, like, you know, they really fuck with you if they fuck with you. But don't fuck your shit up by being drunk and passing out of the show.
And just like show up. You know, they have the dinner. I go to the dinner. It's a big cultural thing. You know what I mean? They have the sound check. I do the sound check. I drink water all day. Man, I still drink beer, but after the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Just handle my business. It's a job. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege. It's a privilege for me to be in Czechoslovakia, and Czech and Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland, Germany. You know what I mean? Like, it's a privilege for me to be there in these spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, that's the way I think of it. Is like, they could fly out somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I've built those relationships and they keep having us back because of who we are. So like, when they book me for the show, I say each show is different. I say, pay me this amount, or yo, fuck it. Pay me more. One night, I don't need a hotel. I'll stay at the homies who I know, pay me more for the show, and I'll stay at a hotel. I mean, stay at the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Like, I'm there for money. I'm there to make fans, but I mean, I'm not there to fuck around. I'm not there to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take pictures and that's it. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not there to party. I'm not there for that. I'm there to work.
And that's the difference, Joe. It's called professionalism, as someone said. And integrity, character, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also being grateful. You know what I mean? Like, it's a privilege, like someone said, and like you just said, to be over there. You know what I mean? And to be doing that type of shit. So
peace, my man, Relentless. Yeah, man, it's a Desco will tell you. Desco just chimed in. Desco's seen it. You know what I mean? We've been there, and there's murals and shit. You know what I mean? Murals with my face on it, and cats with tattoos, M. Jet and Montrix. But you know what, dog? I come home, and my mind state is like, I ain't shit. When I get in the airport, there's not like a party with people with signs and shit like, oh, he's here. They don't give a fuck. It's not like the Beatles getting off the plane. And cats dilute their fucking brain by thinking that there's something that they're not, when in reality, it's like, I use that as fuel. When I come home, I'm like, yo, cats still don't, you know what I mean? Like, they're not giving me that. They're not they all respect me and, like, you know, fuck with me and shit, but they're not going out of their way to stand on a ledge and be like, yo, I fuck with him. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's like, they'll never be like, the music's whack. That's impossible. You might not mess with it, but you're not going to say it's whack. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I just feel like I use that as fuel. Everything's a chip. You know what I mean? So, but
yeah, no,
I get excited with that shit.
That's what's up, man. I mean, so you've worked with a lot of cats. Who are some of the best people that you've worked with? Like, just some of the best experiences in terms of people you worked with.
Man, so you know, to break the illest shit down with this whole situation is, a lot of these records, like a lot of these cats that I have done songs with, they're people that don't do features. You know what I'm saying? Like, Molly Ma like doesn't do features, like, you know what I'm saying?
I've
Like
noticed.
Method Man,
Yeah, I noticed.
Pete Rock. I didn't want cats that like cats just had money and they threw it and they couldn't. You know, I wanted people that like, how the fuck did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like so.
I've been asking that question.
Camp Low was a great story. Right. Lodge Pro. Let me tell you that one. Then I'll tell you Camp Lodge Pro. You know, my man Nutso, shout out to Nutso. That's one of my favorite dudes in the world. This dude from Queens.
Yeah,
he's a Queens legend.
I know Nutso, yeah, he's a good dude. And they got
I'm telling you, man, that's a real dude.
People, so no doubt.
Lodge Pro, you know what I mean? So Lodge Pro, Nutso would put a bug in his ear because I'm like, yo, man, I want to do a track with Nutso. You know what I'm saying? I'm Nutso. I want to do a track with Lodge Pro. And, you know, Nutso is a real dude. If I say that to Nutso, I don't like asking people for shit. Nutso went and said it to Lodge Pro. Like, he didn't, like, front on me when I asked him. You know what I mean? A lot of cats, you ask for something, they're not going to – because I don't like putting in that position to ask for something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was on Eclipse's radio, and Lodge Pro was like, yeah, I'm going to do something for M-Dot. And then I saw him at the finale for Halftime Radio finale with Eclipse. Everybody was there. Everybody ever, dog. Like, it was like, and I was the only dude who drove from Boston. So there was like a Moto Technique, you know, Ill Bill, Vinny Paz, Apathy, everybody, dog. Like, you know who was there? The kid who blew up now. What's his name, dog? He didn't even rap. He was just he rapped, but he didn't rap at the station. What's his name, dog? The dude with the big dude. Oh, it's gonna drive me fucking
Afro?
crazy. From Canada. He has the tattoos on his neck and shit. He has the scars on his face. He used to be super heavy.
Oh, no.
Fuck, it's gonna drive me. He spits super fast. Nah, he's huge now, dog. I can't even remember his name, but whatever. Everybody was there. Speaking of pun, Chris Rivers was there. Lodge Pro, Master Ace, Evil D, Marco Polo. Dog, I mean, it's like an all-star lineup, you know?
Yeah.
And I was actually I was nervous. I was driving with the cab because we parked. We stayed at my homie's crib. We hopped in the cab. Yes, that's it. Mercules. This motherfucking dude. Thank you, man. That shit. So, Mercules is the dude. You know Mercules. And peace to him. He's killing it. But I saw everybody there, and I was on the way, and I could hear on the radio, like the college radio playing, you know, the halftime show. And when I got there, I ended up, you know, going right after Craig G, and I spit on a Lodge Pro beat. And that's when Lodge Pro, afterward, I was like, yo, you know, can you send me that? And he's like, yeah. And then like a year later, he actually sent me like 3 beats, and that's how that happened. Shout out to Apathy. He was there too. Halftime Radio, the last show that Eclipse had, you know.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, no.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was like an all-star lineup, you know. Nems was there. Shout out to Nems. Everybody, you know.
No, that's dope, yo. I mean, fucking So, Ego and the Enemy. That album was like dope album. Really took off. I mean, like, would you say that's it? Well, I'll ask you, what's your biggest accomplishment thus far in this shit?
Wow. Then hopefully what I haven't, you know, it's gonna sound cheesy as hell. Hopefully what I do next. But yeah, man, the best thing I think that I did was Hip Hop Camp. I did Hip Hop Camp. That's really dope. You know, Hip Hop Camp was like something I always wanted to do and check. It's like, you know, Woodstock of Europe for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was one of them. Winning the Boston Music Awards was a big thing. You know, doing a record with Pete Rock was something special. You know, yeah, man.
Talk more about hip hop. What's Hip Hop Camp about?
Hip Hop Camp was it's a festival they have in Czech Republic. That's like, I don't know how many people are there. It's kind of obviously dissipated over the years, you know what I mean? Especially now, they canceled it this year. But it was like, you know, 50, 60,000 people. They have Jizza Evidence the year I did it. Yeah, it's Hip Hop Camp, like Sean Kemp. And it's in Czech Republic. It's crazy, man. They have, you know, they had, name them, they've been there. You know what I mean? The year that I was there, it was Jizza Evidence. What's the dude? Hobson. You know what I'm saying? I was on the bill. I think what's the dude? Smith and Wesson was there.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think who's the other dudes? Not the Far Side. Far Side's a they're dope as fuck too, man. I toured with them too. But
Pyro?
yeah, they have they have an all-star lineup, man. Like no, it was Souls of Mischief. They were there too.
So
everybody, man. I actually have the flyer right here, man. Still, it was it's crazy, man. They had Strong Arm Steady, Illa J, which is Jay Dilla's brother. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking at the flyer. It's ridiculous. Souls of Mischief, Evidence, Immortal Technique. But yeah, it's a huge Czech Republic.
Dope.
You know?
Yeah, and
so them
they got that high energy over there. Like it's like, I mean, they got that fucking. I bet that shit is dope. Mad people probably, right? A lot of people.
Yeah, we you know what? That's why it was the biggest accomplishment, because we headlined one of the days. Like, you think about that, that's fucking crazy. Like, we performed in an airline hangar. You know what I'm saying? Airplane hangar. You know what I'm saying? So, Young M.A., yeah, she was there too. Desco's right. Yeah, man, it was crazy. But think of all those cats on that lineup, and I'm there too in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So, and they usually have like, like that's the lineups they always have, that level, and it's all down the line. You know what I mean? And so there's different stages. And one of the stages we headlined on a Saturday night.
That's dope, yo. So
yeah.
I want to play. You sent me the new joint. You got a new joint coming out, right? Want to play?
Yeah. So
part of it. Give us a little background.
Yeah. Word. Let's go. Oh, so this record we actually did a while ago. It's just finally seeing the light of the day. COVID fucked up a lot of shit, but we're trying to put out a lot of the stuff that we were sitting on. We did this song a couple years ago. Shout out to C-Lance on the beat. My homie DZ from Canada featured me on the track, and I'm like, it's been like, a couple years. Let's put this shit out. And we just remixed it and remastered it. My man Mayhem from EMS on it. My man Deceptor did the cuts. Shout out to my man Deceptor, man. His mom just passed. My thoughts are with him. I've been, it's been really fucked up because I want to, like, talk to him and shit. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, this record and stuff I want to show him, but, like, he's going through a lot right now, But, Schizoid is the name of the song.
All right. Yeah, I like this.
First time hearing it here.
All right.
Yes, sir. First time hearing it here.
I guess let's go. I got a little bit, so make sure turn off the fucking. I be having shit playing in the background. Fucking, I'm an asshole. All right. There's a new joint, Schizoid.
Schizophrenic tendencies.
Insane in the brain.
Must be crazy. Yo, they say I'm crazy. I should be on some meds. How they end up here looking down on the sleds. Ain't it normal though? Vivid dreams are sort of heads. Go and call the kids, tell them what you want to bid. Call matter splits, hit the ground and on a piss. Guts, blood, thoughts and shit. My thoughts incompetent, but I ain't dead yet. I'm taking rappers with me, those spitting, trapping, hippie. Get hoes and rappers with me. You hoes the often lippy, I propose to stop it quickly. All your folks get a note with a chopped up pinky. This is Fright Night, told you I
told you I ain't quite right.
Glove sticks play light right. Suicide rap fools, sucker ass dudes. Show the trouble tattoo, flesh covered glass spoon. It's built up aggression, feeling left out. Used to be happy, feeling swept out. Now the pain is gone, singing on its favorite song.
Singing on its favorite song like
da 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 da. Who's your mother's gun? Go rob and steal.
Go rob and steal.
I am off my pills.
I am off my pills.
I told you I was listed as a misfit. Family doesn't visit in my head and trumpets ripping. It could be something different or something that comes from sipping. I think it's another symptom. Brain chunks missing. What they say when I pass. Invite foes to dinner to watch them taste on trash. Have to say nothing, just grin, look at their face and laugh. Promise to make it up, take them out, don't pay the tab.
Don't pay the tab.
See if I'm playing and fooling, catch you laying and cool and leave you decaying and fluid. Used to panic when you're dealing with a schizophrenic who's a bit satanic, manic, find you in the bitch Atlantic. Insane in the brain.
Yeah.
Must be crazy.
I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you too, Tamel, man.
Yeah. When you said it to me, I heard it. I was like, okay, we good here. Like, fucking shit bangs, yo. Shit bangs, son.
I appreciate it, man. We just mixed this. Shout out to my man Census in Germany. He hooked it up, man. I sent him all the files. He's like, I got you. He sent it right back. Yeah, man. I like that record.
No, we like
That's
it too.
32 bars.
We like it too.
32 bars. First to hear it. You know, it comes out Monday.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate the exclusive on that, man. Schizoid, produced by C. Lance, cuts by DJ Decepta, M. Dot. Yeah.
DZ the Unknown.
DZ the
Mayhem
Unknown and Mayhem of EMS. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, that, like I said, is just a loosey. We're just trying to, like, be proactive and get. My fear was, we've been doing features, we're doing videos, we've been, you know, I've been building up a lot of. This is the board of, like, records, you know, that we have, you know, all the projects we have and all the stuff that, like, you know, we're sitting on that's about to drop. But I wanted to tour with it, and I don't even know if that's going to be able to happen. You know, I don't know when that's going to be able to happen, but that was the goal.
Let me
explain. Put out a project, then tour, then sell.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, man. Like, a couple of things. So a lot of artists are doing that. They're sitting on music because of COVID, because they want to tour, and it makes sense. Especially, like,
you should put it out.
Put it out, yo.
Yeah.
Because nobody.
No, I know.
Because here's the thing: everybody's at home. And until people are out doing their shit like it's normal, which won't be for a while again, I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I leave it.
Then put it out, yo, because I'll keep it 100 with you. Like, to me, like, there's so many people putting shit out. In my eyes, you're kind of off my radar, because I'm like, I'm like, all right, like because I'm hearing boom, boom, boom. I'm hearing this cats. I'm hearing these Baltimore cats. I'm hearing these Rochester cats. I'm hearing these fucking Buffalo cats. I'm hearing these fucking DMV cats. I'm hearing these West. I'm hearing people, because people are putting shit out. Yo, put it out, man. Like, for real. Like, and so, hopefully you can tour. And I'll say this one last thing. And shout out to my man, Twistello, Buffalo. This kid, all through COVID, this kid has been touring out west in places where the shit is fucking less, and he's been getting money like the whole fucking. He had like a fucking 12-state tour. He was in North Dakota. He got pictures on his page with motherfuckers with cowboy hats and shit. Like, he's been out in South Dakota, fucking Wyoming, and all that shit. So
I wouldn't want to tour right now, to be real with you. Respect to him, like, meaning I wouldn't want to maneuver around like this and then I can't see the kids for 2 weeks because I have to get tested. I have to quarantine. I have to have, you know, mass, you know, like I meant like, I'm not even thinking about touring. So you're right. Everybody tells me, and you're 100% right. My issue is so, like, Ego and the Enemy, we built up this product, right? Like, so it's like Lodge Pro and Buck Wild and Crisis and Method Man. I did the same thing with this Ego and the Enemy too. And brother, my issue is I don't want to put it out, and then it just gets buried the next day. We had a label on the last one. We're probably gonna have a label on this one. I just simply meant each one of these songs, I want to have an individual push and buzz and video. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're right. I need to keep pumping at least EPs or something.
Yes,
but that's my fear.
Right. At least
that's my fear.
At least singles. Like, just keep the buzz going, man, because there's too many motherfuckers out there doing the same shit. And like,
sure. I mean, we are doing features and, like you said, this single, whatever. But you're right. I'm not putting out projects.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like just
individual singles.
Just make sure, like, all I'm saying is just make sure you keep it active, because now it's a rat race, and like the book, there's like you said before, nobody raps. Now everybody raps, right? Everybody. So everybody raps, man. You know what I mean? So it's that's what I'm just saying. Like, put it out, yo, because we're friends, but at the same time, I'm like, as I was thinking about this interview, I was like, yo, I haven't really heard any music. Like, I mean, I heard the last shit again, but there's so much shit, algorithms and stuff. The last shit I heard was was Reaganomics, or was the shit with Rev after that? The shit with Rev after that, right? Was Rap Stallion?
You posted no, that was way before. You posted the one I did with my man, shout out to Lord Willing. You posted that shit, the verse I did on that. Like, and you posted the one I did with the dude in Poland. my homie Paya, who has like 93 million listeners in Poland.
Yeah.
So like we're like, you know, so we're like staying active with features, but you're 150% right, and that's what a real homie should say. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. Like, but I am staying active with features and producing. Like I just did a record for 38 Special. I produced a record for 38 Special. I just produced a record for RJ Payne. I just produced a record for Smith and Wesson and my homie Benefit. No, but I mean like I'm staying, you know, like we're shooting videos, we're doing singles, but I'm not putting out projects, and I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no question whatsoever, you know? So, brother, I came home. I've never produced in my life, never. And I was like, I need to utilize this time.
No, and I was going to talk about that. Like you started making beats.
Taught myself. Shout out to DJ Mac. Helped me a lot.
You started to spin again. Oh yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, you started making beats and shit.
So what I'm saying is I use the time instead of fucking feeling bad for myself. I use to like, you know, gain another skill set. You know what I mean? Like edit videos, do art. You know what I mean? Like I can't just sit still and be like, I'm just a rapper. That's the lamest thing in the world to me, to be just a rapper. You know? But yes, I couldn't agree more. You know, we need to put this shit out. My fear is it not getting consumed.
So here's the thing.
You know, like
even if you okay, so let's say this. So like let's say you got mad joints, right? I'm sure there's some joints that you're feeling really, really strongly about, and some joints that you might be like, they're good, but they're not like, you know. So maybe you got some shit.
Sure.
Maybe you got some shit and some tears. So let's just say like, I would say, you know, like put out like
tears,
3 tracks like of just some like, all right, just of some shit, yo, because all I'm seeing is like, yo, I'm missing projects left and right, and I'm getting emails, I'm getting DMs, my girl's getting shit. My team's getting shit, and we're still missing tons of projects because that's how much people are putting music out.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Right,
like,
but then, but if you don't put it out though at all, there's nobody's gonna hear.
I know. So we have I have the album, right? So now I mean I'm sure you were gonna ask me anyway, but I have Pete Rock. Listen to this, Doug. Pete Rock, Black Milk. Pete Rock, Black Milk, Eric Sermon, Ill Mind, M Phases, hold on, 88 Keys, Apollo Brown, Method Man's coming back, SK, my homie SK, who produced the album with Smith and Wesson, Willie the Kid, you know Willie the Kid, and man, it's ridiculous.
M. Dot and Willie the Kid.
Yeah, so Willie the Kid, my homie.
M. Dot and Willie the Kid.
Gajos from Poland, yeah. Willie the Kid.
I interviewed him. He's a good dude.
Alchemist, you know.
He's a good dude. I interviewed him.
I don't know him. The producer from Poland sent me the record to jump on, and I just did the feature with Willie. You know this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna use this for my shit. Yo, we have something we're sitting on with Conway, dog. Like, come on, dog. Like this shit is fucking retarded. But like, if I put out this project with all this shit, and it gets fucking moved on, and like cats, like, you know what I mean? Like I can't. You know, so you're right. I should just do singles.
So
you know?
yes, then do singles. Just something, yo. I can't tell you how to move. You know what I'm saying? Like you have your own philosophy on it, but I'm saying
no. But I want the advice.
But I'm telling you,
I want it, man. Like
from a fan perspective, if like we're fucking with an artist, we want them to we want to hear some shit. And I guess here's the thing. We've also gotten spoiled because we know you guys are pumping out shit. It's just like binge watching a TV show. Like they can't make the fucking shows fast enough, fam, because people are watching them too quickly. So
that's what I'm saying.
So but at the same time, we know you got shit. Like so one thing that makes me want to fucking like put my head in the oven and fucking just put it on like 6,000 is when MCs tell me they're sitting on mad shit. That's why I was wanting to talk to you about this. When guys are like, yo, I'm sitting on all this shit.
We were talking about it earlier.
You know?
No, but so I'm old school where like Ari the Rugged Man did it. Where like you put out a concentrated album with the fucking illest shit. And you take like a couple years. He took like 3-4 years, whatever it is, put a great album. I want to put out classic albums that like get studied for years. That's just the way. That's, you know. So the last album, Ego and the Enemy, we're still putting out videos, dog, that we shot, that we're editing now, the high-tech one, that the shit we did with high-tech, the video just came out. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, there's still people that hadn't heard that. And I'm like, that's where my mind is like, people still hadn't heard my joint with high-tech. You feel me? Like, that's just crazy to me.
Right.
So it's like, you know, like the No Excuses video with the Snow Goons, people, like, they just sent me the footage. I'm editing that video. We're going to put that out. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the Reaganomics shit, the video, we edited, and it was a new push, and people were like, oh, shit, you and Elzai and Lodge Pro have a song, and Razzcast, you know? It's fucking crazy.
All right,
dog.
so here's what I'll tell you what a few artists do that I know that they do. They like, yo, flip your older joints that are just sitting around. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
plugging in my phone.
Flip the shit that you got just fucking hanging around that you probably think nobody gonna fuck with or whatever. That everybody probably really gonna think is hot. Like, because that's what a lot.
That's what we did.
Putting out whole EPs of older shit from like 4 or 5 years ago, and this shit has been fire, and everybody's just been like, yo, this shit is hot.
That's the shit that I just, you know, you just played is something we mixed that we were sitting on with Sealands. There you go. But that's exactly what we're trying to do, is like make sure that we have product, that we are sitting on, that you're right, different tiers.
Right.
Know? But
I got a few more things.
When I put up this,
I got a few more things to get into, but yo, Instagram always fucks with me, so I want to kill the show. You got time to run it back again?
Yeah. Like now?
Yeah.
But
I gotta kill it and save it, because otherwise it'll cut it off in the middle of it, and I'll lose the whole thing.
Yeah, it's an hour. Okay. Let's do it. I'll come right back in like 5 minutes. I'll take a piss break. I'll plug in my phone. 5 minutes. Is that cool?
Yeah,
play a song or like
that's cool. I'll play some music or whatever. Yeah, come back in 5 minutes, and we'll address.
And you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? Sorry to interrupt you. Is I'll text some motherfuckers to get on here. You know what I mean? In the couple minutes in between, I'll be like, yo, I'm on here, like right now, live. Let's go.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all stay on here.
No doubt. And so, and Desco made a good point. He said, yes, but Dot definitely has the EMS promo team behind him to make it happen. Let's go. So that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? EMS was definitely holding it down with the promo as far as this interview goes. So that's a good point. So there is a push there, yo, and I'll do anything I can to help promote any of your music. So you got people in your corner. So yes, COVID's there. It's kind of fucking funky. You can't really tour, but
no excuses.
We need to hear some shit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with it. This Polish shit's gonna change a lot for us, man. I'm telling you. That video drops, it's gonna be 1 million views. You know what I mean? Like, so that Poland video I did, that dude, me and Cool G Rappers, only features on his album. Pay is like Tupac of Poland. Shout out to Paya. That shit's gonna be serious for us. The song I showed you posted that they, you already know.
And part 2, we had more shit to get into because you play ball. So I think we got to get into some basketball. So that's what I wanted to get into, and some other shit. So thank you for coming back. Episode 38, Carrying the Culture Show. My man M. Dot. And then we did the math. It was like, yo, it's been 4 years we've been building and rocking with each other. So salute, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Yo, shout out to my man Kane. He just came in, Slicko. You know, like, yo, we got the team coming in now, man. Like, I had a couple minutes, text a couple homies. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm happy. We got, a reset.
You got your peoples in. You could run it back, no doubt, of course, man. So, yo, I got a stupid ass question for you. Yeah. So I was Googling your name and shit. You got the thorough Wikipedia page. Salute everybody on the show. Real quick, if you got questions for M. Dot, put them in use the questions feature below right there. So yeah, so I was Googling your name and shit, right? And I came up with this kid named called M.R. This grime kid out of the UK. But he looks real crazy, and it was just like the most fucking weird shit. Like, because when I play this shit, he looks like Carrot Top. Carrot Top. If you picture Carrot Top sounding like Shabba Ranks. That's what So are you familiar with him at all?
I don't, you know, I feel like if you're dope enough, it don't matter. You know what I mean? I'm sure I've been doing it forever, man, you know, so no shade or disrespect to any other dudes with the name, but I did it where I actually mailed the name to myself like 22 years ago. Like that was the way to copyright it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we literally have the stamped mail, you know what I mean? And as my moniker or whatever. But yeah, basically, man, it's all good, man. Like I don't know. There's a ton of M dots, but if I'm dope enough and I do what I'm supposed to do, you know, it don't matter.
You're
You know
in
what I
that
mean?
to
Like
me.
it's
I mean,
like
it was just funny, you know, because
yeah.
the dude, it's like, and I guess I mean the UK grime shit is some big shit. I don't fuck with it really, but I mean, like his videos got like a lot of views and shit, and it was crazy. It was just like, it's just some wild shit. You got to just check it out. His name's M.R. It's just some wild shit. Like it's just a really bugged out thing to see. But
no worries, man. Like I'm there's plenty of
yeah,
dots, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm just bringing it up in terms of like some,
I think about that often when I'm like, shit, man, like I don't want to restart and rebrand, you know what I mean? Because I have the Jake LaDaughter thing, which was like shit that I had forever,
right.
and I don't know if I produce under that shit, but yeah, man, I if I do my job, none of that matters. Like if I have 1 million views on all my videos, if I'm respected, if my face is other, you know, they see me, none of that matters.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like,
No,
so
no,
that's the way.
Real talk.
That's
No,
the way. It's on me,
right.
you know. So and you know the crazy part is I see dudes being like, you know, fuck this dude, you know, like who has the same name. Nah, man, it's all good, man. Like it's different if they're trying to infringe on your your likeness and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if I'm dope enough, none of it matters.
Yeah, no, of course. And I just thought it was funny. I mean, I wasn't looking at it in terms of no biting and shit. I mean, he's in the UK doing his thing, man. I mean, it's that's the thing.
Sure.
He's like he could be like, yeah. I mean, he's saying the same thing to somebody who's interviewing him. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Well, some people probably are like, I know friends of mine. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, you know, fuck that shit. That's my shit. Nah, man. Like, you know, it's on me to be better and bigger.
Yeah, of course.
You know? So, and I know you can fucking go back on YouTube. I know that I've been doing it longer than anybody with that name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, meaning we have records with XL, my homie XL from the Creators. When I talk about old Boston, Creators is like, if you remember that.
I lost you, son.
And Creators is Jason from Special Teams. Special Teams is Jason, Ed OG, and Slane. And Jason was in the Creators with XL. We have a record with XL, like, you know, 2007. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, you know.
Word.
But yeah.
Word. No, I just thought it was funny. It's. I mean, it's
all good.
There's what 7 billion people in the world. There's bound to be some overlap somewhere. You know what I mean? so it's all good. But it was just funny because of what he was doing when I looked him up. Like because of what I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go find some shit on my man, and then I'm like, it's like, and it's like he looks like Carrot Top. So it's kind of crazy. But
I seen his name. I haven't checked out the music. And I mean, I've seen plenty of them. It's not just him. Like I've seen like plenty of them. You know what I mean?
And imposters be everywhere. It's all good. I mean, it's an imitation of what is the sincerest form of flattery. I think I believe that in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and some of these cats that was their own shit who weren't familiar with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's true too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. Because you got to be humble with it. You can't just be like everybody knows who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right. And that's that's an important point, man. I want to talk about is that, or at least right now, is that. And that's why I say put out your shit. That's what we were actually talking about before we got off, man. Is that this isn't the 80s and 90s where an album could carry an artist for an entire year. Like it's not like that anymore. Like you have to put out shit or else you're gonna get swept away. So it's like a lot of artists think that they can, people are waiting for shit. And you just made a good point. you could be the dopest artist. Nobody's waiting for your shit no more, man. Like
Yeah.
people really aren't. They're on to the next. Think about how many dope albums supposedly came out, and then all of a sudden they were like disappeared in a couple of weeks. We weren't talking about them no more. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like my you know, my only, you know, not to be cheesy, my only retort is that I have so much music that people haven't heard that's like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. If I have records for 20,000 views on YouTube, like some records have 100,000, but there's people who still haven't heard that track. That's what I think about too. You know what I mean? No, but I know what you mean. We need to put out new shit. But like, maybe I'll put out some shit that we're sitting on that's a lower tier. You know what I mean?
Or like you said, some of the older shit that's like you're doing right now. That shit was a banger. Like, I didn't know that it was an older track.
And it's just sitting there. Yeah, well, that's what we do. Whenever I wouldn't put it out if, like, that's some real shit. Like, I wouldn't put it out if I didn't think it was dope. And I wouldn't lie to myself and be like, this is dope when it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Of course.
I need to find a balance where we can put out stuff, like you said, where we can put it out where it's consistent and we're also, you know, not compromising the integrity of the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's it.
Right, because at the same time, like you said, yo, listen, it makes sense that you want to hold on. If you got a fire fucking project and we got this COVID shit going on, it makes sense to hold on to that as long as you can, because you want to tour behind that. Because listen, I was talking to Al, they're holding on to fucking Artifacts as long as they can. I mean, because I heard it, Artifacts, Buck Wild. Listen, my goodness, man, it's.
I know.
But like he's like, yo, we want to tour behind that shit. So, you know what I mean? He's like, so they haven't dropped it, but it's done. It's, you know, it's ready. So, but same thing, yo. So I understand that's you got to. That's there too.
But the way I look at it, like I said, is like, if I want to make that Ego and the Enemy one, I was able to tour for 3.5 years off of that. Like, literally, I toured and went to hip hop camp, and we won awards and we got paid. That was, sorry, the battery just popped up. We were able to move off of that record, but I know what you mean. It's a different climate right now. You know what I'm saying? So we need to. But we are putting out features. We need to put out projects. That's where I'm at mentally. You know. So to tell you what's going on, I'm producing a whole instrumental album.
Oh, word, that's dope.
And I'm doing I'm producing a whole album for Rev. I'm producing, you know, a whole album for Benefit of EMS.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one. Benefit has 38 Special on it. That's the track that I produced. I'm producing, you know, like I said, Rev's entire first album I'm producing.
That's dope.
Yeah, man, just like, you know, yeah. So those are all, you know, coming out on their record where they're gonna actually, you know, those will move a lot quicker, you know. And then we have the EMS album. I have an album with Big Shug. Shout out to Big Shug, Gangstar. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. That's fucking crazy. And I have my solo album with the Ego and the Enemy.
So we got my man Rev first album produced by you. We got an M. Big Shug album.
Yep.
And we got an Ego and the Enemy 2.
Yep.
So we got
an EMS album. And those are all like
an EMS album.
I mean, like, done. Like, those are like, you know,
it's already.
Yeah. So the Rev album isn't done, but the Ego and the Enemy and the EMS and the Big Show, we need like 2 more joints. You know what I'm saying? And Apollo Brown produces on that too. Beat Miners. You know what I'm saying? Like, just staying consistent, man. Busy. That joint you played is hard as that Thunder Slap. I love that track.
That's
man.
a dope.
That's a
dope track.
Me, Big Shug, self-titled SO, you know.
Word. So the last thing I want to get to before we get off, man, I appreciate your time, is basketball. So I'm assuming you're a Celtics fan?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I'm just get that out of the way. I'm a diehard Lakers fan since like 1980. All right. You play ball college? That's what your wiki said, right?
Yeah, I played in college. Absolutely. Desco, is Desco still there? Desco, let's see if Desco comments. Desco will tell you a story about me in Europe. But yeah, I played in college for sure.
Oh,
I had a scholarship. But I'm not good no more. Let's be clear, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'm late 30s now. I'm not good like I used to be.
What position did you play?
I was a shooting guard. You know what I mean? I couldn't really shoot too much. That's the craziest part. But they made me a shooting guard because when I was a point guard, I was kind of going for myself a lot to the rack. You know what I mean? Like so, but yeah, I played college. I love basketball, man. Maybe that's where I get the competitive nature with music. You know, but like I said, I'm not really anything anymore.
Do you watch the NBA today?
I didn't. I missed the Celtics game. Desco just commented, yeah, I played with some semi-pro cats in Europe. I jumped over a car. You remember that shit, Desco? I could jump. I could dunk. But like I said, man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So do you watch the NBA game?
I don't like the NBA anymore. Is that crazy? That's why I held back on like, you know, commenting on the Celtics. I love the 80s, 90s basketball. This shit is fucking whack to me. I can't get into the super team shit. Like, I just can't. I'm sorry, man. I don't. Maybe I'll watch the playoffs a little bit, but like, I'm not as into the league like I used to be. You know, like maybe I'm old, dog. I'm not into the whole super team shit. Like, there's only like 4 teams that can win. You can't. If you're a middling team, if you're like, I don't know how the Hawks are now, but if you're like a Hawks level team, you can't win unless you have like 3 superstars. That's so stupid to me. I hate that shit. You know. That's just a personal, like, so, like,
what? But
that's whack.
I'll play devil's advocate.
You know?
Wasn't it like that? If you look at the Detroit Pistons, the Jordan team, the Chicago teams, the Laker teams, the Celtic teams, they had Hall of Famers on all of them. They all, I mean,
yes, afterward, but they weren't team jumping.
You're talking about in terms
like,
of how
like
they
that's
became
their
the
team.
teams.
Yeah, they worked it. So the Celtics had to get beat. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers had to get beat. The Pistons took a beating. You know what I mean? And they had to take then the Bulls had to, you know, usurp them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, it's like the next year you can just buy a player, you know, and it's like Desco said, we played horse, I think. but like, the wackest shit in the world to me is this jumping team shit, man. Like, you think Larry Bird would ever play with Michael Jordan, even though we respected him? Come on, dog. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It's a new time. It's not for me. But like, how about this? In a regular season in the 80s, you could still see a middling team have a chance. But now there's no chance. You know what I mean? That's what I like about football too. Where, like, so remember the Pistons? In 2004, what was the year that they had no stars?
That was 2004.
Chauncey Billups.
They had Chauncey Billups,
Rip
Ben
Hamilton.
Wallace.
I love that team. I love that team.
Right.
I love that team. I like that.
Rip Hamilton.
Like, a team that could, yes, yeah. Tayshaun Prince.
Right.
You know,
playing defense
and
hard-nosed team.
I like the Big East, so that defines it better.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? I like that type of basketball. You know, but like, not that I played great defense, but I liked. Oh yeah, I played in Munich with Core, but yeah. So I love that type of basketball where it was hard nosed, you know. Like, and now it's like you sneeze on somebody, it's a flagrant. You know, it's out of the game and shit.
Yeah, the game is different.
It's just something.
There's no hand checking. Like,
I don't like the 3-pointers from half court, man. I just don't. It's not my thing. Maybe I'm fucking weird, dog. I don't. And I'm not like an old man. I'm not saying like it's to the point where the old game is antiquated. Like, you can't have a center. You can't, like, that shit. I totally understand that, you know. But I just don't. I don't like that. There's only 3 or 4 teams that can win. That's it. That's the only part I don't like.
I don't like the.
So like right now, you know, you're the Pistons. You can't win. You can't win. That's whack to me. That's whack.
I don't like how they're all.
What's the point of the season?
Friends. Like, I don't like how everybody's so friendly all the time.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said, like, but like, come on, dog. That's not the wackest shit ever. You're a Piston. Like, say you're a Piston. Say you're, what's another team? You know, I said the Hawks. They can't win. That's it. Right. You can't win the chip.
Right.
Shit. Toronto can't win. What's the point of the season? That's the wackest shit I ever heard.
I mean, you kind of know who was going to be in the playoffs for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of can pick it. I mean, the seedings you may get here or there differently, but.
Kane said Raptors won. Not now. Not when they don't have you know what I'm saying, Leonard. You know what I mean?
Soon as he left,
like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as LeBron left Cleveland, they were like 1-81 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But that's what I mean. You know, the bubble don't count, Kane. You know what I mean? Miami, come on, dog. But like, I just don't. I like. So the Celtics, right? They're right there on that bubble. You know, like they're right there. Where like they might not have. They don't have enough to win a chip, but I want them to have enough to win a chip with just having these core players. But it's not enough when you have the super teams. So every team has a super. Every one of those teams have a super team that are in the upper echelon. The Lakers, the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like those are like the upper echelon super teams. You know?
Yeah.
Who's another one? Oh, the fucking Nets? Come on, dog. Come on.
They picked up Blake Griffin. Like come on, man. Like,
and I think, you know, he's older and
but still
listen, I don't hate nobody, but fuck, I can't support Kyrie after the shit with the Celtics. I just can't fuck with him, dog. Like that's just a personal.
And it makes sense because he flaked out, man. And listen, Kyrie was one of my favorite players when he was with the Cavs.
He's a good player.
I watched him all the way since high
Great
school.
player.
Like that kid was killing cats all the way. I watched him when he was at St. Anthony's. But like
his father played for Northeastern. His father played over here. You know what I mean? Northeastern or BU.
BU.
He played over here in Boston. You know.
So yeah, but he's a flake. He's just a weirdo, man. But I mean, he's must see TV, but he's still a fucking flake, though. But yeah, Brooklyn.
But it's too much. You know,
crash with, you know, that play. Okay, so let's go back old school then, man. Fuck it. Like, who are some of your favorite old school players then?
I love that you asked this. Nah, man, I wasn't a Jordan fan because I was a Celtics fan. Jordan's great. Jordan's the fucking best. I love Jordan. I just meant I wasn't a Jordan guy. I was like Jordan was like the Cowboys to me. You know, like remember the Cowboys were the team that like always won. You know what I'm saying? And I was like sick of it.
I'm an Eagles fan, so I get it.
And I'm gonna tell you straight up, those Bulls teams were so fucking boring in the '90s when they were winning after the first three. It was just a joke. None of those games went 7. None of those games went 7. None of them. None of those chips. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, you knew that he was gonna win, Doug. You know, he was that much better. And but see, that's what I liked about Jordan. He was such a killer. He wanted to make everyone better on his team. Come on, dog. Like Pippen is one of the best ever because he's with Jordan. I don't think you saw when he left, when Jordan left with Pippen. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
to his credit, they got 55 wins and went to the. He didn't. Yeah, but they fell short.
I love Pippen.
They did fall short.
I love Pippen, but you know when it was game time, he had injuries and back hurt, and like he stepped out when Kukoc was gonna get the ball.
Yeah, he bitched out.
I mean, listen,
he
man.
bitched out.
And no, and I love.
But he bitched out. But he bitched out. Call it for what it is, son.
Yeah.
I mean, he bitched out.
So my favorite players when I was a kid, like I'm a fucking enthusiast as a kid. Like I'm talking like I would tape every NBA draft. I taped every fucking dunk contest.
So did I.
Listen, all right. Latrell Sprewell is one of my favorite players all times. People fucking don't realize how good this dude was. Defensively, offensively, jump out the building, shooting, everything, dog. And he fucked up with that Minnesota shit. Like he was like, you know, like I don't, and he never played in the league again. I loved Sprewell. I love Finley. Because I like the dudes who could bounce and they could shoot and they played defense. Yo, Sprewell played defense. People don't ever remember him on the Warriors, dog. I loved him on the Warriors. And that team fucked up when they had C-Webb and Sprewell. I think Hardaway might have been on that team. I don't know if they were all there at the same time. But you remember Chris Mullen. They all
earlier, the earlier crew was Run TMC with Mitch Richmond.
Yes, with Mitch Richmond.
Chris Mullen. And
you remember Billy Owens? Billy Owens was on.
Remember him? Yeah. But he was lazy as
man. I'm a fanatic.
He was lazy as fuck. Though. He was like Derek Coleman, lazy as shit though. You know what I mean? Like just all world talented. You know what I'm saying? How about Tim Thomas, who got a contract like for like 30 years everywhere he went, like on unfulfilled potential.
Man, listen, you talk Villanova, Tim Thomas, dog. I'm telling you, I'm a fanatic back in the day, dog. Fanatic.
And who else your favorite? You said Michael Finley, you said.
Love Michael Finley. Love like Dallas Mavericks. He actually played for the Celtics, played for the Suns, dog. That dude. And another just like I just liked his game. I liked maybe it's because I liked those dunk contests when he was just flying, dog. You know what I mean? No, I'm glad you asked this, dog. I loved Iverson. Are you kidding me, dog? Iverson, like it's just he's on a different planet. You gotta understand, this dude's like 6 feet.
Was
brother.
it?
You know what I mean? Like this is
he
like,
wasn't even. He was bare, if that.
But you know what I
Yeah,
mean. You know what I mean. Like he's like, you know what I mean. And he's going to the chip. He's going to the chip and going to the rim against Shaq. Come on, dog. Like this is not like human. You know what I mean? Like but he's an alien. See, like that's a different type of player where he's not. You know, it's different than Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb where they're really small. This dude's like banging with them down low. You know, like I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
shit,
that's
dog.
the greatest shit because I'm a shorter dude, but I got hops, so I used to love like catching rebounds in the trees because cats didn't.
I love
because
rebounds.
cats didn't know that like
Yeah,
I could fucking get up
boxing
with them.
out.
So I'd go up, or they thought they try to lob on me, and I fucking go up and snatch that shit. I'm like, nah, kid. Like
it's about positioning, boxing out, timing. Yo, my man's right. Penny, love Penny. Sorry. I just had to close up. So it said low battery. I fucking love Penny. Penny's another one, Doug. Like
yeah, too bad he got hurt.
How good he. But you remember how good he was.
Yo,
they chose him over Shaq. They chose him. Shaq's a generational player. Shaq is arguably the best player for like close to 10 years in the NBA. Like I mean, like,
and imagine if he shot.
like,
imagine if he shot 75% from the line.
No, I know, but I mean, he's a freak too. You want to talk about like a LeBron, you know, like he's
Shaq
a freak.
was on. You know, he wasn't just dunk. Shaq had moves too, man. He could move for his size, man. You know what I'm saying? People, it wasn't just power. It wasn't just always power.
Yeah, man. Penny, loved Penny, dog. Loved Penny. Loved Antonio McDyess. I love McDyess. You know, I like these dudes when you see them go up to the rim and they're just like hurting the rim mid game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I got to tell you who my favorite. I'm a Celtics fan.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Paul Pierce.
God, I hate that motherfucker.
I love. See.
Fuck that
he's
dude.
polarizing.
Fuck.
People hate Paul Pierce.
I'm about to end this shit right now.
Yo, brother.
Fuck out of here.
He stepped up and he killed the Lakers in that championship, man. You got to give him credit, dog. He did. Yo, but it's the same shit where, you got to give that dude credit playing on that team all those years, dog, and he stuck with it. Dude. I love Paul Pierce.
Fuck Paul Pierce.
I love.
All right, but yeah, okay.
Pierce.
As a fan, fuck him. But as I always try to be objective. He's an all-time great old man game, fucking squeaky leg, crooked knee motherfucker. Fuck Paul Pierce. Fuck that nigga.
Yo, but think about how much he did with less.
Yeah, fuck him, man.
Like so McGrady. No, but think about it. McGrady and Carter were more touted, more like athletic, more like famous, more NBA covers, and he outlasted them. Won a chip. You know what I'm saying? Like think about that. He was out of shape. No, but you got to give him credit for moving like that, dog. You know what I mean? So. Damn. All right, it's all good. That's a sensitive subject, For real.
I mean, you gotta give it up. He did his thing, man. I didn't like his game. I didn't like looking at him. I didn't like his face. I didn't like him talking. I didn't like anything about him. But he did his thing, and he hurt my Lakers. So, but whatever. But people hate
him. It's crazy.
What about KG?
He signed an autograph for my son. But real quick, Paul Pierce signed an autograph for my son, and I'll never forget that shit. So that I to this day wrote it to my son the year my son was born. My son turned 14 last week. Paul Pierce signed an autograph for free, nothing. I kicked it with him, dog, coolest dude ever. Like this is like telling you, man, like
that's peace, yo. Of course, that's some dope. That's some dope shit.
So I'm biased, but I like KG, but I think Pierce was the reason that they won. KG's the fucking center, absolutely, figuratively and. Obviously he's the power forward, but I like KG. But when it's crunch time, Paul's getting the ball. It's true, that.
When Michael Jordan curbed Chameleonaire, the rapper, that you ever heard that story? When Chameleonaire from Houston, I think he's from, tried to like talk to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was like, "The fuck out of here, nigga!" Like those are his exact words. Paul Pierce was like, "Yo, why you doing like that? Like, why you fucking, you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah. I don't like that shit. Like, that's, we already had that whole discussion.
Well, yeah,
people
and Michael
not being good to people, man. That shit.
He was notorious for that shit. So you said Antonio
That's I don't.
McDyess. He was a good one. What about Vince Carter? Did you like him?
I love Vince Carter. How can you not? You know. But again, another flyer. You know what I mean. But I like the dudes a little bit like. So you notice who I said: Spreewell, McDyess. You know what's the other one? Finley. Dudes who can bounce. Yeah. Like they like authoric to the rim. You know what I mean? Like that's my. You know, shout out to my man. You know what I mean? Proverb's brother in the building. My man Proverb, R.I.P. I don't know if you remember Proverb, one of the most influential hip-hop dudes ever. He passed away. Man, it's been, I don't even know how many years now, but shout out to my brother, man. But yeah, I like those dudes who attack the rim. Attack the rim. You know what I'm saying? So.
Got you.
Celtics, obviously Pierce. I love Bird. Love Bird, dog. You want to talk about this dude's grimy. This dude he goes at it, rebounds, passes, steals, shoots it, drives. I mean, have you ever seen anybody play with less and be so good?
Bird was,
you know what I mean?
Bird was the fucking man. There's no disputing that.
Everybody respects Bird. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I love Barkley too. Desco's right. I love Barkley's game. It's too bad he never won one, and he only put together like one great season. That season and then he ran into Jordan. When I say great season, I mean like legendary season that he should have won if he didn't run into Jordan.
Jordan stopped a lot of people from getting chips. He stopped Gary Payton. He stopped Karl Malone and John Stockton. And he stopped Barkley. And he stopped Ewing.
Yeah, they never got it. Yeah, I like those Knicks teams, man. I like Starks, you know. Yeah, but who's my favorite player is probably, you know, Spreewell, Penny. When I was a kid, like those dudes, like I had posters of. You fuck with Spreewell because you didn't comment on that. No, I loved his shit.
I liked him. I mean, I didn't like him as much as you do, but I liked his game. I thought he was tough. I thought he was a tough player. I thought he was underrated. I liked him. No, I fuck with Spreewell.
I like those hard nosed players who go.
I definitely like Finley. You know? Finley's a good pick. Penny. I would have loved to seen his whole career like play out, like not getting hurt, man, because he was the fucking yo.
You remember Blue Chips? I love
Blue Chips was great.
Shit.
Yeah, so no doubt. No doubt. So we're about to get on out of here. I want to say thank you to M.Dot, EMS crew showing out, fucking Boston. Yo, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the motivation. Like I said, you know, we're gonna keep coming with it. You know what I mean? Like, and stay tuned. I appreciate you always showing and posting the music. That's some real shit, and I'm grateful for it. You know? We gotta keep hitting them. We gotta keep hitting them, man. Just know this, man. Like, and I'm gonna stress this. We haven't even, as much as we've done, we have so much more to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about music we're holding on to, meaning that I'm gonna grow as an artist, as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always looking bigger and better, not commercially, and I'm not even sweating that. I meant like in general, I'm to make my best music tomorrow. Right. I mean, you know, the best content I can make tomorrow. We care about our videos, we care about concepts, we care about content. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, stay tuned with us, man. Like, it's like, I feel like we've been overlooked forever. You know what I mean? So, and we have all the resume. You've seen it. That video was very humbling. You've seen it, man. You know where we've gone and who we've worked with. You know, like, to work with all these cats is something for me that's like I'm extremely humbled by. One more thing, when you mentioned the shit that I'm most proud of, Primo, man. Primo having me and cutting 2 feet from me, you know, spinning my records. How many people been up on his show? You know what I mean? How many people like sitting next to him on his show as he's cutting their records? You know what I mean? So, and that was years ago. And that I'm grateful, man, for him fucking with me. You know?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So yeah, we appreciate you. And listen, we wouldn't post it if it wasn't dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to post good music on our page. So like, and share good music with people. So, you know, and a big part of our shit is showcasing artists that, you know, maybe you haven't heard of yet, you know, that you should hear of. So, yeah, if it wasn't dope, we wouldn't post it. So the shit is dope. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man.
Fire bars, fire beats.
The dope part's easy because anybody can make, you know, take time to make good music. You know, it's being, like you said, consistent and having it, you know, having all the boxes checked. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know.
No, of course,
you know.
man. We appreciate you. So yeah, when the new joints come out, let me know.
Let
me know. You know what I'm saying? We'll do whatever we can to help give it some traction. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up, man.
I'll be sending them to you. Shout out to everyone who tuned in.
Yeah,
man.
big up.
You know what I'm saying? My man Despo's still here. Yeah. We got a lot of homies.
Word up, big up to everybody who joined in on the show and stuff. We're gonna chop this up. I'll tag you in the you know what I'm saying, when we post these joints. And appreciate you again, fam.
Thank you, brother. Yo, we'll talk soon. I appreciate you too. Shout out to EMS. Right. And shout out to your crew, man. Your crew did a great job on promo too, man. Thank you.
Salute. Same, man. It's all love, man. We tried to push it hard, so big up.
Let's keep building, man. Let's keep building.
Be good.
All right, man.